What is going on, people? Jumping in on this podcast to let you know about our incredible sponsors, Trained by JP, aka TBJP, the one-stop shop for all your bodybuilding needs. Whether you're looking for supplements or clothing, they have it all. Quite possibly the biggest range of subs you will find anywhere in the world, end of. Whether you're looking for pre-workouts, stim-free or high-stim, intra-workout shakes, post-workout cream of rices, vegan supplements, it is all there for you, as well as the highest grade of health subs that you will need in your arsenal. Check them out. It's www.tb-jp.com, and on there you will also find all the clothing which they release multiple times per year, but get your hands on them quick because they are limited drops. Use the discount code MAGIC10 for money off. Help the brother out, and let's get back to the podcast. Peace.
I said your screen looks so professional and mine's blurred to bits.
I kind of know what I'm doing here, like.
Wouldn't think so, like.
I use my camera, don't I?
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I don't use my webcam. I can quite easily if I wanted to, but Richie didn't realise the time. That means he's fucking going to be late. Yeah, I could use the webcam, but I fucking OCD and like particular.
Yeah, I was going to say you were OCT wouldn't let you just use the bare minimum sort of thing, like.
Can't, bro. As long as mine looks fresh, I don't care how you boys look.
I'm going to have to set my vlogger up to see if it works any better next time.
Quite easy to do, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, you just use, well, I'm connecting using the USB-C from my laptop. Hang on. What's my audio like? Is it like normal?
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, it sounds normal to me, but you were going to tell me now that you're not even plugged in, like.
I haven't plugged my mics in. There's me giving it a big one that I got the fucking setup on the go. I was too busy doing my hair now.
You need that hair done properly now, bro, now that the basketball face is in full swing.
Oh, thanks, bro. Cheers.
Hey, you called me skinny the other day on the phone, bro, so. Big dog.
What's happening, and?
Richie just texted that he's still training.
Still training?
Didn't realise the time, he said.
Ah, fucking hell. Cheney, does that sound better now?
Yeah, that's mad, mind. I didn't really notice it, to be honest, to start with, but
Yeah.
little intricacies and all.
Said, bro, I'm not going to have all this on for show, like, do you know what I mean? I forgot to plug my mic in, and I was giving it a big one on the quality of my camera and how it looks, and then I was like, hang on, I haven't plugged my mic in.
What are you using, Andy? You're just using your laptop or your computer as well, is it? Your normal webcam, or?
Yeah.
See, yours looks a lot better than mine as well.
I always think, I see these guys doing their check-ins, they got this fancy mic. I'm like, why the fuck do I need that? I've never had a complaint, bro, and I'm just using the Mac.
I'll be honest, you are more echoey than everyone else.
Oh.
It's because you're taller and there's more air up there, like, so.
I'll just give you a discount code then, bro. I'll just have to use it for your mic.
I've got to say, Mike.
We're going straight down to that. I knew it was going to come up, like.
It's the mics and stuff. They help, but like, there's no need for it. It's like going over the top a little bit, isn't it?
It's on your stories on Instagram, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably what it is, isn't it? Richie, man. Richie. Me messaging me.
I just rushed home from the gym for this as well, so to rinse him.
Yeah, Cheney, I just seen that you rushed home from the gym, bro. What the fuck was you eating?
It's a nice one of those Aldi lean burgers, lean bacon medallions, and some mushrooms on it, like.
You look like a breakfast roll off a burger van.
They didn't it? Trying to trick my mind, I think, into thinking I'm eating it.
Mitch, what's that on your face, son?
November, son.
What, you've grown on a day?
Yeah, I woke up this morning, I was there like that, boom. Disappointed, lads. Talking about fun.
I was thinking about doing it myself, but then obviously going to watch CBUM obviously this month now, so I'm thinking to myself, am I going to look like a proper groupie going there with a fucking mustache, like?
Definitely. I mean, you're already groupie anyway going there. Have you got tickets for the show, then? Because I thought it was sold out.
Yeah, Nathan Dix was selling the money, and lucky enough, I asked him, I messaged him first. So he messaged me to say about them. So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. So
How
I'll
much for it?
go up
I
then.
went on the website, it's all in Polish, and to be honest, I was on my phone and I just got fed up, bro, and I couldn't fucking navigate through it, bro, because I was just like, I got to the tickets thing and it said something in Polish. I thought, oh, fuck this. I didn't even know what like I was on, what I was doing.
Yeah, I done the same for like because he's gonna get tickets for the amateur show on the Saturday as well. Because I think the pre-judging's on the Saturday. So he was
Yeah,
gonna get tickets for that, but the same as you said, it was so difficult to try and work it out. So I just got one of my Polish friends to translate it for me. Like,
yeah, it's a pre-judge on the Saturday and then finals on the Sunday. It's just 2 day, like.
I think it's only the bodybuilding pre-judging on the Saturday though.
How much should be for flights after?
But bodybuilding opens definitely 2 nights, yeah.
I booked all of so I booked the Airbnb, sorry, Airbnb, the hotel and the flights together, and it was like 280 quid for.
Cheap as fuck. I looked on Skyscanner and it was a £35 return. Obviously, no luggage and all that. £35 return, bro. I was like, fuck.
How much would the accommodation be, do you reckon, with on its own? Like,
I don't know.
Poland.
yeah, cheap as well.
I mean, it depends how raw you want to go out there. Prague, sorry. You just mentioned Polish, didn't you? So Polish was in my mind.
Language is.
Prague.
Check, yeah.
Prague could just go to like a brothel and fucking stay there for the night and then just catch a flight home in the morning. That's the cheapest
Show
way.
Park. So I think it's closed down now, actually, Show Park.
Is that the spot, is it?
Yeah, I was.
Is that Prague's version of like the red light district, is it?
Yeah, it's massive, bro. It's like showcase cinema that size. I think it's closed down now though. It's
Yeah.
mad. Have you ever seen that? Do you remember that girl Stacey Dooley used to do like round the world and used to go like crazy places and that? I was in Prague one weekend and then I wasn't in there, was I? But you know what I mean. And I come home that weekend and I was in bed watching a TV program and there's like Stacey Dooley in Show Park. I was like, oh, fucking, I was here like 2 days ago. Just walking past, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just going for the sights.
Yeah.
Prague's renowned for it, though.
That's
Renowned for it. I went to that show 3 years ago, 2021. That same show with Nathan. That's when when Samson beat him the first time.
Was that the same year as the Arnolds, or?
No. Oh, was it? No, I think the Arnolds was Nathan. No, not Nathan beat him in the Arnolds. Then they were out in Prague, and then he lost against him. I think it might have been the same year, or maybe the year after. So it might have been 22 then, actually, saying that. So 21 was Arnold's. You are?
That was epic, that battle at the Arnolds, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Rinsing them, like going through the pauses constantly.
Yeah.
Nathan was just solid, though. He just wasn't moving. Like, he was hitting the pause and just staying there. Like,
Samson was actually winning that, and then he faded, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the scores, like. But yeah, it's a good show. I'm not sure if the venue's the same. Is it in the hotel? Do you know?
I don't even know, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
I know there's an expo on as well, isn't there?
Yeah, shit.
Is it crap, is there?
Shit. The expo was like 5 stands in a reception of a hotel.
Ah.
In like a room, there was like there was like five or 6 stands there. It was pretty shit. Like
Basically like the Wales Fitness Expo, like.
probably worse. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What's the crack with Nathan now, AJ? He's in for the Arnolds, is he?
No comment.
Okay.
No, there's news out there on what the crack is with him, but he hasn't like talked about it. So
Be good to see him up there, wouldn't it?
Basically, yeah, I think the Arnold's UK, if they haven't even released a date for the Arnold's UK though, have they?
There's something come out this week, isn't there?
I haven't seen anything.
August? Yeah, something come out because Ash sent it to me the other day, August.
That's late, that is, for the Arnold's.
Yeah, I swear it's August. Let me check.
All right, so yeah, I'm not sure then. I mean, he'd love to do the Arnold's Ohio, but obviously, again, it's America. And there was like this news outlet that put out there that Nathan's been granted a 20-day visa. When in fact he hasn't. They've just fucking grabbed the story and run with it. And I said to Nathan, I was like, what do you think about this? And he's like, I'm not going to even touch on it because unless I say something, don't believe it.
I know, it's that Beyond the Stage TV, BTS TV posted Arnold's UK September 25 potential date, so it's rumours.
Yeah, I think that would be too late because they like to do it around the same time as Ohio and I think it was like the Detroit Pro as well was the other one in that pool of shows. Like there's like 3 shows quite close together.
I went to the Ohio show this year, bro. Like, I'm telling you, if people are like talking about getting pro cards, that's the fucking show to do. It was dead, the amateur show.
Really?
Yeah. I thought being the Arnold's is going to be stacked because I had a client out there. Bro, it was fucking dead. But like open bodybuilding, I think there was 6 bodybuilders.
Never.
Yeah.
Shit.
In men's physique, there was probably, they only do 4 height classes in the UK. They do 7, and it was probably about 5, 6 in each class. Honestly, but it was dead.
It's a shit all as well, Ohio, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they say it is for America, but if you compare it to anywhere around here, it's fucking like, yeah.
Fuck it. Might jump into prep and go to Ohio in fucking March.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
What's been happening with you boys?
I'm coming to the end of my so-called rebound. Now, well, I'll say this week. I'm finishing it this week. I'll jump into my health phase now this week. But it's been a strange one for you because I don't feel as big and full as I did last year. But I think, like I explained on the last podcast, it's like I was coming out of prep last year and utilizing super draw and things like that, which hasn't been the case this time because all those were all higher prep. So it's kind of like comparing that fullness you get when you're on the super draw to like not using it now.
Yeah.
I haven't feel like I've had those, those skin splitting pumps post prep, which is why I really haven't posted a lot of pictures, to be honest. It's not that I'm not doing what's asked of me. It's just I don't feel like I am rebounding, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so it's a strange one at the minute. And my knees fucked.
So you've obviously pushed everything throughout the rebound, like subs wise.
Yeah, like just literally just stayed on the test and primo pretty much. 500, 750 primo.
What did you end your show at, and what's your weight now?
I was 203 on stage, and I'm 216 this morning, so 13 pounds in 5 weeks. Which is not a lot, not loads, but I don't really like to put like fucking 20, 25 pounds on in the first month, but I can't do that. What
will you end off season at before you step into prep, roughly?
Last year I was 2-3, around about 235, 236. Yeah. I need to get it past 240 or something I just wanted to do for ages and just never really got there.
Yeah, okay.
I've been like mid 230s in off season for like the last 3 years, but I've improved the amount of muscle mass I've had each time. Because my off season I've always ended up, especially in the last couple of years, is like staying fairly lean.
Yeah.
I need to get this year. It's like I want to get past that 240 and more. Because it's like you're starting a new prep at the higher set point. You kind of mentally told yourself, oh yeah, right, then I definitely have gained that tissue this year, which last couple of years been like, oh, I'm starting off season the same weight again. But my stage has always been heavier as well, so I haven't really had that much to bring off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You've always stayed pretty tight, don't you, in off season? Even though you feel like sloppy, you'd never. I wouldn't say I've ever seen you out of shape. Like,
I wouldn't say I have in the last like 2 to 3 years anyway. Before that, I was always a bit of a mess. Like, but
perhaps that's. But again, I had this conversation with Liam Davis in the gym today because we trained legs and we were talking about what's that?
Looking big now.
Yeah, he's put some fucking. He's 50 pounds above stage, and he just sat there for. I think he sat there for about 6, 7, 8 weeks now. Liam, if you're watching this, let us know in the comments. But yeah, it's like 6, 7 weeks, I think. So that Nathan Styles has just held him there because I was up there. I stayed over Nathan's, or I was up Nathan's like 2 weeks ago, and I was speaking to him over Liam, and he was like, "Yeah, we just got to the look, got that to that weight, and we just held him there now." And then he's, I think he's
marinating phase, bro.
Marinating, we love it. Everyone's running with that term now, isn't he?
Another phase added to the fucking list.
I know. I'm guilty.
One of my guys now, I said to him, like, he's got 1 month left of this off season. I was just like, I'm not making any more changes because it's pointless putting another couple of kilo on to just pull it off straight away.
Yeah.
So,
how's the injury now, and was it the neck? You said
I had treatment again yesterday. Just going every week, man, and getting it fucking massage needled and that. But I've just been mad one because this week was the first week I reintroduced some pressing when I did chest, like proper pressing on machines. But I've been fucking a bit nervous to do it in case it didn't go well, because my trainings didn't go well. I've just been working around it and doing flies and that. So it was okay, but I didn't like push any fucking record breaking numbers, bro. So just getting my confidence back, mate. It's been a weird injury. So yeah, it's feeling a lot better. But I think now it's like starting stone and just, you know, adding one exercise back in, then just slowly. But yeah, feels good, man. I'm just like, I don't want any other issues, so don't want to like fall off. And if I feel like my mindset, like, you know, like going, I'm having really good training and I try and do it again, I'm like, fuck, something's still wrong. Then I'll be like, oh, fuck's sake. So I'm just like, avoid it.
I just left it.
And you know, like obviously we've talked like behind the scenes and stuff. You're coaching yourself again now, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you feel like, you know, with that like urge to push, you know, because obviously you're wanting to make improvements, but also you've got this lingering over you, this injury, you know, like having a coach that you could kind of just put that onto them and let them kind of make the calls of when to push and when to pull back. Are you finding it difficult to manage that, like yourself personally, or not?
I'm loving, bro. Loving working with that.
Loving it.
Because I'm tracking everything, bro. So every day, tracking my weight, my steps, what I've done output wise, all my health metrics, blood pressure, blood glucose, like everything, bro. And I am like, I'm up quite a bit this week. I think my weight's flying up. So I reintroduced GH this week. So I'm like fucking just loving it. Training's good. I feel good, man. I don't feel like I need a coach, bro. If I'm honest, I don't think I'll work with a coach again for a while until I think I'll start prepping myself when I do, and then maybe pull someone in for the back end. But I'm so set in my ways, bro, and I don't need a coach to keep me accountable. So I'm like, I don't really fucking need to pay for a coach at the minute, right? Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
mate, because I've done it all myself, man. I didn't really get much input on that anyway. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm actually really enjoying working on myself because, you know, the progress that comes now, I can say yes, it was fucking for myself as well.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, being mostly the coaching was just money for accountability. So it's good to finally be like, do you know what I mean? Taking control.
I think you're someone anyway that doesn't like the accountability. I think it's a different sense of accountability. Like people need a coach for accountability so they don't lose their shit and binge and fuck off the diet and, you know, go off plan completely. I think you need the accountability just to kind of make sure you are taking that one step ahead, because I don't think you're going to go off plan. You know, like I wouldn't put you as one of those ones. Like,
no, I'm very like, if I went off plan, something's fucking wrong, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel good, man, doing it, and I have to be on point. Otherwise, I don't feel good in myself. It's like, that's how my kind of mind works. Do you know what I mean?
Are you still doing like weekly check-ins with yourself as well, Anand, or have you yourself set up on the app or something, or like how are you working?
I've had myself on here for fucking ages, bro, and I just check in with myself, look at my visuals, make changes where I need to. Like, I might not make a change on a check-in day though. If I need a change, I might make it midweek. But I still check in once a week and looking at the visuals and preparing it. So I'm not like waiting to make a change at a check-in. If I need a food bump, I'll make it whenever I need it. But at the minute, things are just like going well. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Richie boy,
What's happening?
what's happening?
Classic Mitch, you got something to tell us, boy? What's going on? Fucking
Moving up,
hell.
CBUM moved on and Mitch is stepping in.
Yeah.
Prague. Now November, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, do it every year, don't I?
You started early, by the way. What did I say, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking boys shaved last night.
Richie, Richie, are you still checking in with yourself?
Yeah, of course I am.
You guys haven't checked in for about 3 weeks, mate.
I check in every day in the morning. Visuals, that's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. Nah, yeah, I have a check in today, funny enough. But yeah, I've been on a phone call with Dr. Dean this morning. Because obviously I've been having some gut issues, haven't I?
All right.
So yeah, so I'm off the gluten and the dairy.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, you as well.
Well, I'm on vegan shit tonight because I just can't take, my throat goes all mad when I have dairy. I think it's dairy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we're gonna give our trial for couple of months, and yeah, so I don't
Have
mind.
you ever done one of those intolerance tests before?
Yeah, I've done loads of them, bro. I used to do them all the time.
Flag up on it.
Didn't really say anything back then, but it's only like I've seen a big what's it called? I've seen a big increase in like can't remember what's going on. Thyroid globin antibodies there. It's still in the marker range though, but since July it's skyrocketed, and you know, foods that changed. Yeah, we're just gonna pull out and just get everything, because like it's leading towards our Hashimoto's is what he's saying. So before it goes too far, you know, we're just gonna like restrict and pull everything out, and then like assess then in a couple of months. But he reckons most likely probably won't be able to eat much gluten and dairy again, like, to be fair. So as I'm drinking a 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 shake, like
Glass bottle shakes will have to go, bro.
yeah, mate, that's what I've heard this from Lucy now. She's like, you gotta be honest from you. I said, but obviously, you know, I had an important podcast going on, so it's gotta be done there. One more shake won't hurt. But yeah, I've been honest since this morning, to be fair. I dropped bread about 2 weeks ago. Just been on rice anyway, and I've had my post-workout cereal and that, but that's everything's gonna be cleaned up now, and yeah, sorted. But you were saying like no to gluten-free oats and all that as well. Because like most of the gluten-free stuff isn't actually gluten-free. So
Right.
yeah, so it is what it is on doing.
Expensive as fuck, all that gluten-free shit, isn't it?
Yeah, but just take rice in it, mate. Just stick with rice.
Easy.
Has he given you any like sort of supplementation to take as well, Rich, to aid?
Yeah, something from Biolab. Begins with like Lorenzo I can't remember what's called now off the top of my head. Yeah, it's something off Biolab. It's just heal leaky gut, which don't think I've got. Maybe it's a little bit, but like nothing crazy. But we're just gonna run it anyway, you know. But she said everything should be fine. Like it hasn't gone that far, but we just want to, like, to be fair, I just want to get everything in order before I decide what I'm gonna be doing for next year. Yeah,
it's best bet, and then before prep starts, you don't want this shit happening in prep, do you?
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. Like, yeah. So
one of my boys had, he's got like a scar in his gut from like years and years ago. Cheney, you know Bowdy, Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah.
He's been having mental issues in his gut and that, and so he went to the doctors or whatever. Turned around and said, "Oh, it's your diet." And then he started like pushing all this mad food to him, and I was like, mate, I was like, you're just not going to be able to do it. Like I said, I really don't think it's the food that you're eating. And they've come back to him now and basically pulled him off. They told him he needs to, well, I think he's going on to vegan now as well. So I think it's down the similar lines to what you're on about, I think, with the gluten and all that. It's all the stuff.
So who's been doing this then? The NHS, like?
Yeah, NHS, but you know what it's like, bro. They just giving like
straight away, bro. I would like it wasted time. Wasted time, mate. Like, yeah, Lucy had 5 different people look over, 5 different doctors look after all the blood work, right? I mean, and everyone's saying it's fine. Dr. Dean looked on this straight away. Look, this is out. And I was just like, he knows. I think he's got celiac himself, and he's done a lot of research into the gut and everything. So yeah, but hopefully it'll get sorted soon. I'm not having any issues, to be fair. I'm just feeling sick all the time. There's signs of inflammation in certain markers, but yeah, it's nothing like to worry about at all. But again, like, just want to, like, it is going to be a problem if it continues, like a big problem.
You're losing your appetite as well.
Constantly, mate. I can go like 8 hours without eating.
Yeah,
it's not. And I used to be starving all the time, but again, like, I don't know whether it's because I got so much on with obviously the gym, the house build, like clients and everything, that like I'm just not hungry because I'm just like revved up constantly, like. So that's what I was speaking to him about today, and he reckons it's just a combination of everything, like, to me.
Yes, it's going to have a bit of an impact on your digestion anyway, innit?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah.
Definitely, all scientific set, isn't it? And then get that back, get that firing again.
Yeah, well, Cheney, you've been through it all as well with the stress thing, haven't you? With like what's been going on with you with your anti-immune and autoimmune rather.
Yeah. I still had like I had, to be fair, I had quite a few gut issues as well myself, like, because of it. It seems to have cleared up, obviously, since the bloods have cleared up. the gut issues have gone. Like, so I'm like starving constantly at the moment. So everything seems to be digesting really well.
Not 2 hours a stage you're doing, boy.
I was going to say, you're spending half your day in a Stairmaster, that's why.
Aided digestion, bro. Taking digestion walks to a new level.
Yeah.
Like an hour or more the other morning, I saw something.
Like 2 hours.
It's,
Give
Hour
the
and- 2 hours.
hour and 20 minutes.
give the boys a rundown of what you're doing in a minute. Obviously, we've spoke about it, but
Well, at the moment, I'm trying to drop weight down completely. So I'm not even, I'll be honest, like, I'm not 100% worried about losing muscle or anything at the moment. I just want to bring the weight down completely. Just because, number one, I feel like you've all gone through it probably, but I feel like shit walking around it, like over 100 kilo. So like I've been like 225, 230 really. So dropping down now, like I've got a few goals in mind, like, because competitively now I think, I'm not saying 100% I've stopped, because that's just going to be, it's going to get thrown back at me when at some point when I can actually go, oh wait a minute, let's prep. So I'm not going to call it yet, but I'm just going to go with a couple of different challenges. Like next year, bench is going to be a big one. So I want to do a plus 500-pound bench just to tick that goal off. I want to run another marathon, which Mitch guessed the other day, talking to him. So yeah, so just changing the goalpost really. Like obviously I run London 4 times already, but I was only 23, 24 doing it, and I had absolutely no clue about nutrition, how to aid obviously the endurance sport or anything along those lines. So I want to have a good, and I managed to get a 4.5-hour marathon back then. So I want to be able to do it whilst fueling my body the right way and see just how much better I can do.
Yeah.
And obviously go for that sub 4 hour really. But yeah, the goals in an ideal world.
1 minute milings are for sub 4 hour.
Say again, bro.
1 minute milings are.
No.
Works out to like 7.5.
Nice.
Yeah. So when I did it the last year, I ran it. They have markers running around with you, so they'll have like a 4.5-hour runner. They'll have a 4-hour runner.
Yeah.
Etc. So when I first started, I ran with the 4.5-hour marker because that's the goal I had, and I was on like 10 miles, and I was like, "This is a piece of piss. I'm pushing on from this." So went on, got to like the 4-hour marker, stayed with them until mile 16, and was like, I still got more in the goal. Like I still got more in the tank. So I was like, I want to push further, because in my head that was the last one I was ever doing. So I pushed on. I was with the 3 hours 45, and then
Then you hit the wall.
yeah, and then
Standard, bro. Yeah.
hamstring just went ping, bro. I was on like mile 19, and my hamstring just went boom. And like obviously all my family are following me on the app, on the tracker.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm flying, so they're all meshing the group chat, going like, "Oh, he's flying, he's smashing this, blah blah blah." And then all of a sudden, I just stopped dead. They're like, "Fuck, is he all right?" So yeah, just gonna be fueling my body the right way now and trying to like. I've got quite a few. Obviously, the majority of my clients are lifestyle clients, so a lot of them are doing like endurance sports, etc. So being able to like fuel my body the right way and show that obviously I know what I'm doing in terms of fueling it with endurance sports as well. Yeah, it just opens obviously a new niche, I suppose.
Can I ask you something? But obviously you kind of talk about it as much as you want. In terms of, because people might take something away from this really, like outside of the gym stuff, there's obviously other things you kind of got in mind as well, like actual life shit.
Yeah.
Which bodybuilding obviously kind of puts a block on sometimes. So obviously in your own words, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, like talk about that a little bit as well, because like I said, some people might be watching this and it just gives an insight into why sometimes it isn't all about bodybuilding, like, because obviously people are jumping into it, getting consumed by it because they want to be part of it, but then they're potentially cutting off important shit in their life to do it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, there's been a couple of things, like obviously with health has been obviously the number one issue anyway, because it's been like a bit of a scare for me, obviously in terms of like the autoimmune, and ended up in hospital and stuff, and being on like drips. So like that number one, that put the skiers straight at me. So yeah, the number one reason for obviously dropping fat and going towards more endurance is because I want to be healthy, and I just want to at least spend some time within a healthy range of just being able to walk around without obviously the strain of extra muscle, etc. And obviously there's life goals, like there's I want to have a child at some point. Like that's always been something that's been in my mind. So yeah, obviously like I'm 33 now, and if I keep pushing gear, it's going to take away my ability to be able to obviously have a child, etc. So yeah, that's another big reason why.
It's one of the best reasons why, I
Yeah,
think, to be
definitely.
honest.
And
100%.
probably a reason that loads of people can relate to as well. Like, are you speaking to anyone at the moment about like, you know, getting everything back into range? You know, have you started like pushing, like, you know, pulling gear out, trying to get blood work in there?
Yeah, so well, I've pulled everything completely, to be honest. I've taken everything out. I was obviously on TRT anyway, and like everything come pretty much within back in range. Obviously we've done a few things, Jay, and we brought that back into range, and we
Yeah.
the health markers were pretty good last one. So yeah, it's just a case of like I want to come off completely. I want to be able to actually restore my natural test levels.
So you're on TRT now, is it?
I'm off completely now. So I was on.
He's full natty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was on TRT for 8 weeks, I think, and then obviously pulled off TRT, and I've completely come off everything now. So
How long has that been since you've been completely off?
say again, bro.
How long has it been since you've been completely off?
This will be the 3rd week now.
Yeah, so you're probably at that stage now where everything's probably like fully clear, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed it a little bit within like gym performance, or obviously could be two things. Like obviously I've dropped like a stone now, so I'm down like 14 pounds, but also the out of the system as well means that we know strength is going to really drop off a little bit. Like so, and I'm not talking anything massively drastic. I'm just talking like 2 or 3 reps of dropped out, like, you know. So it hasn't got that. When you're taking something, you've got that little bit of bite, don't you? A little bit of anger. That's not there at the moment.
Are you doing a PCT, bro? Or
I've done the PCT completely.
got it already?
Yeah, I've done like obviously just only like a 4-week PCT with thumbs up.
Good job for the PCT, like.
But I was doing like TRT as well. So
I spoke to someone recently who's recently announced they've had a child. You might guess who it is, but I won't mention any names. And they actually conceived because they were trying for a while, and they actually conceived when they went back on TRT.
Yeah, that happens to loads of people. Obviously,
Some people say it's better to actually stay on. I don't know.
But I think sometimes, like obviously, when you're trying to get LH and FSH firing on its own, in it, obviously usually HMG, HEG, and you know chloramids and everything. But like I've had loads of people that do it. Even myself, I was on it for a while, and as soon as you put that test in and like put it in, like it's as if like if you catch that magic little window of your misses with the ovulation and all that, like it just seems to happen. Like I mean, I've heard it happening to so many people. I don't know the reason behind it, but for me, like mine just wasn't really getting to where it was, and I just decided to go back on cycle. But I wasn't off long enough. But mate, I've heard so many people it happening. So many people like I mean. But they usually say the first phase is coming completely off, and then like trying to get everything firing.
Did you restore your hormones, bro?
Yeah. So I'll be completely honest here, right? So this will be a little bit of a weird exclusive, but yeah, obviously I'd obviously started seeing somebody new or whatever else, and literally, mate, like the first time we slept together, she's basically caught pregnant, like so. So I know that everything is back.
I'm just going off screen a minute.
It's not you, Jay, is it?
That's not me. I can't conceive, bro. Everything's fucked.
So yeah, obviously like realize that obviously like, everything's come back into play. And that's part of the reason why.
Get minded it.
Yeah, part of the reason why then I said to myself, right then, here we go, like let's get back healthy, let's.
It'd be
And it
interesting.
makes you think, doesn't it? You know, it makes you it puts you in that position like, fuck, this is a big thing. And then like all that this like being consumed by bodybuilding and being the bodybuilder. We had this conversation to me, being like the bodybuilder and putting all the content out and being all so consumed by this fucking thing that we all love and obviously we all do. But then when something like that hits you, you're like, fucking hell. Perhaps no, actually this like the fog of bodybuilding kind of just goes away, and then you're like, oh, real life. This is actually what I want. This is me, like.
That actually happens to me every time I get blood work, because even if there's like one thing that's out of range, that like punch you're talking about there, it's like it just levels you out straight away. Like, fuck, it's in front of me now. This is real, like, do you know what I mean? This,
yeah,
I can't just leave this.
It'd be interesting to see where your blood work is at now, Cheney, because obviously if it was 5, did you have blood work when you were on? And yeah, did you have like all your results back?
Yeah. So,
if you run a PCT then, obviously you run an exogenous test. It'd be interesting to see where it is in like 2 or 3 weeks, because obviously you've done your PCT, everything went back up, but like, will that test shut you back down? You know,
Yeah, definitely. Because it was mad, to be fair. I had the bloods come back and like my LH and FSH were actually out. So like obviously when it happened, she's like, I'm gonna have to go and have a morning after pill, and I was like, Dad, don't worry about it. I said, there's no chance.
Not working.
I was like, I had a missus for 6 years, and we actually tried and went through IVF and everything, and I was like, it doesn't work. Like, don't worry about it. It's sound. And then he brings me and tests me, and I'm like, fuck.
Class, super sperm.
Yeah. So
just on this note, obviously me and Richie have got kids. Mitch and Andy, like obviously you're like in it, and obviously you're in relationships as well. Have you got like plans to like have kids in the future, or is it not on the cards?
100%. I'm exactly the same as Cheney, and it's like for me when you talk like LH and FSH, I don't think I've ever seen mine above like 0.3. So it's
that's
something like,
the lowest as well, like less than 0.3.
Yeah, literally, I don't think I've ever
it's
seen
it's probably not on 0.3. It's like 0.03 or whatever.
So it's like for me, I'm thinking about just running a fertility protocol just to see, not because I like want to have kids now. I just want to see if it like is possible to just restore.
I thought about it, like a cruise. And
and then freeze it just for your safety.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I would if I was, if I was in that position, that just if it's firing, gotta take full advantage of it, and then just like you don't have to worry again.
Well, I think about it though, and I always say it's definitely saved me over the years. Or has it definitely been a few fucking babies about like
Andy, big
if I see any 7 foot 16-year-olds walking through Cardiff, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Have you got what's your plans, and
100%, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's good that like obviously you got that goal. Like with me, I got into this so late that obviously I mean Sienna's bloody 16 in April, like, so everything had happened for me before bodybuilding kind of took over. But I'm, as much as I regret getting into it late, kind of glad that I did, because I think if I was this consumed with everything that I'm doing, like with Magic Eye and bodybuilding being a lot of what I do, I mean, I called it a day this time last year, and then I got back to it because I fucking missed it so much. I think if I was in a different spot now, I think I'd be so consumed, I'd be like, I don't want kids. So yeah, and fucking to think of me being in that position now that I've got kids, it fucking kills me for me to even think of that. So it's good that you're aware of it, because a lot of people are just throwing, perhaps what they really want away just for this.
Yeah, I think it's mad because like also my ex-missus said she never wanted kids and whatever. So I'd almost like accepted it as well.
Yeah.
Like part of me was like, I didn't think I could have them for starters anyway, and then obviously whatever you do in a relationship just to make obviously somebody happy. I was like, oh yeah, sound like I'm fine with not having one as well, like, you know. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, fuck, this is actually what I generally want, like. So takes that happening to realize.
Yeah. When I was when Lucy caught, is Andy talking as he's really quiet?
Super quiet.
Yeah.
So it's like, it almost makes you think that, you know, if all these top guys can do it, there's definitely ways as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Well, yeah. Well, Lucy, you know, when Lucy caught, like I was, she obviously trapped me in there. Probably shouldn't have, like. But it was unplanned.
Watching this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna clip that bit out and put on Insta straight away.
She just laughs. She laughs it off. She knows. But basically, right. I was in the same boat. I was like, fuck it anyway, it don't matter. So, but I was on TRT. Well, not on TRT. I was just banging 250 testing like whenever I remembered, like
TRT plus
lockdown. You know, between going out doing what we do and just whatnot, like was hardly trained, but I just like keep my test.
And
so
laughing.
Must have been about 9 months period, you know, of just and that's when it happened. Yeah, so it's obviously no PCT, just again like just putting the test in every now and again, and obviously that's how it happened. So
that got quite deep, boys.
How old was you when kid?
How old was I?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, 30.
How was it?
Yeah, 3 years ago. She's 3. Oh, so we would have been 29 when she was. Yeah.
You've been in the game a long time as well, Rich. I mean, you know, you've been bodybuilding, but, you know, as long as.
Hey, I started taking oxys when I was 14, like. Yeah. I've had my first oxy. I was taking oxys through the weekend pills on the weekend.
That's not advised any fucking 14-year-olds watching this.
Yeah. The little what do they call them? Them 50p ones from remember the ones from Thailand?
Pink Stars or something.
Oh yeah, that was the D-ball I was. So the D-ball were like the 5 megs and the 10 bags. The 5 megs I think were the Pink Stars, 10 megs the Blue Hearts, and then you got the 50 oxys. And at the end of the tab end, it's just dashing. You're just like, how much is that? Blowing up like that, yeah. But it's that's when, like, you know, the internet weren't much around. There was a UK muscle I used to look on constantly, but I think I started when I was 14. And then I come clean end for 2 years when I was in 2018, because I thought I was going to die. But I actually had a panic attack, and I thought I had a heart attack. But it was a panic attack. Yeah, it was after I went out on the weekend, and I was driving, and I was just like driving. My mother was beside me, and I just went like couldn't see nothing, sweat, heart was racing, and I could pull over. She got out of the car, and I was just sitting there. I thought I just had a heart attack. Like, but then I found out it was like a panic attack. Then.
Yeah,
like the Monday after I'd been out all weekend, and like, but yeah, it was not a good combination, so I definitely wouldn't advise it. But like when you're that young, I think I was like 16, 17 that time. I used to go out all the weekend, so be laying in bed, heart just be pumping like that, and I'd just be like, oh, just please make it till they're 25. That's what, I'm having a good life, I'm having good fun, just make it till they're 25. And I'd be steadily serious as well, like, because I'd be laying in bed with heart, but yeah, I'm glad I made it past 25 anyway.
Yeah, fuck me, man.
Did everyone start on the oral only cycle, or?
Oh, bro, I was taking a Decker only cycle at fucking 16. I remember being in school, right? I think it was like the first year, sixth form or something. And I remember I was walking downtown at lunchtime with the boys, and a phone call off my stepfather. And he was like, you best get home. Your mother's found your needles. I was like, what needles? He was like, there's no point lying. She's found them. Like, so I got home and they were all over the fucking kitchen breakfast bar. My son's a fucking junkie. She was going. One of the boys, I was minding them for one of the boys. But Decker only, like, and I look back now and think, what the fuck?
Did it fuck you up? Did you have the good old Decker dick? Like,
no, yeah, and I just fucking I've always had like chubby cheeks anyway, and I just walked on the floor up.
Yeah. Hey, that's, you know, when we used to be younger, right, and you just look through the crowd and you just see Suss and Decker a mile off there. That's all it was, like, just watered up to fuck, just like it was, yeah. Suss, Decker and Oxys, that was the in thing.
Those All Saints t-shirts on that had like low cuts.
Yeah,
that was me. That was me. Playing rugby as well at the time. I'd be the one fucking taping my sleeves up all the way as tight as I could get them on a fucking rugby
I
field.
was doing that as well.
Yeah.
But you had highlights in your hair as well, Mitch.
Yeah, highlights, long hair. My legs were still skinny as fuck back then, and my answer was, "You don't see the legs on a dance floor, boys."
You training legs 3 times a week, I seen the other day, Mitch. What's going on?
I've gone back to a push-pull leg split like that, but so like we was talking last time, the 2 on 1 off.
Yeah.
And it was like it landed like in 8 days. I was training the leg session had come round 3 times, but my fucking patella tendonitis has come back. And it's just
Bro, you can get that needle, you know, because I was chatting to Sophie Cook yesterday, and she was saying that she needles a lot of the tendonitis.
Yeah.
Apparently it's
Well, she does it.
yeah.
You'll have to send me.
Good. She is good, bro.
Oh, she's fucking really good, man.
Where is she based?
Yeah.
Kate.
I'll get down there then. I need to do something.
Physio for Ospreys, I think. Physio for her, but she's good, man. And we were talking about it, so obviously I've had it for ages, but since I've been using collagen and using Conte's joint support, which is not just saying it, but Rich, you'll probably know I've used it. If you look at the panel, it's really fucking good. I was using a strong one before. My knees have been really fucking good, but yesterday they are a bit fucking angry today. That's my leg session, but yeah. I thought about it. Might try it and see what happens.
I'm just training through the pain because I'm in that like rebound phase. It's like I want to maximize it as much as I can. So I'm just honestly, boys, the pain in this fucking right knee.
You've given some good advice on this one.
I know.
After 2014, we're just training through the pain because it's
don't sign up for me.
Yes.
Sign up because
Everything you need to do to be an IFBB pro.
yeah.
Really, we need to do proper rehab, bro.
Decker only cycles.
I know. Nah, but it's just like because I'm in the rebound, I just want to fucking
Progress, yeah.
as much as I can, like, and it's not what I should be doing, but it's just like just train through it. But it's gonna be a point where it's gonna fucking floor me, and I'm getting close to that point now.
At least you do men's physique, bro.
I know, exactly.
So just fuck it up.
Yeah.
Fuck it off, man. Everyone else does.
I'm classic now, boys, can I tell?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like legs 3 times a week, mustache. It's like pointing in the right direction.
It's not happening, boys. I'm way off.
No, maybe one day.
We'll see.
We'll see. What do you think of while we're on the topic then? What do you think of the old CBUM stuff going coming back from retiring?
Want to play? Want to play?
Good move.
Oh, it's gonna be it's good for bodybuilding. Let's be honest, it's epic for bodybuilding now. You know, it is like doing. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I don't think he's going to be doing it, you know, to make up the numbers anyway. Like, you know, I think he's, I don't know, like, it's just.
You see that video of him yesterday?
I heard it from like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
What was that?
He put a side chest up from like 6 weeks out from the Olympia. He looked massive, bro.
On Insta?
Yeah.
Oh, let's try a bit of this, boys. Let's try a bit of this. Watch now.
Oh, I'll look out.
Oh, mate, we've gone.
What's your point up now, Jay?
No, I cleared all the history before I come on you.
I seen the side chest, I think.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, 6 weeks out, like.
That's mad.
How much?
Yeah.
Probably got some hair, like.
That before he dieted off all the muscles and weight.
So someone put a good comparison up earlier of it was RX Muscle, bro. Go on their page. Muscle, I think they put a good comparison up just now.
I seen one the other day and it looked pretty decent, but it didn't look like it because he is so tall, isn't he?
Yeah, that one there, bro.
Yeah, like how much taller is he than
than Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit taller than that.
Yeah.
If you look, you can just see.
What is he? 6'4", is he?
I don't know if he's that tall.
Or 6'1". No, who was someone 6'4"? Oh, someone else. 6'2", yeah.
Yeah, he's about 6'2", I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking of someone else's comparison.
But I mean, obviously he's wicked, and but like, it's going to be the condition thing. I think the only thing that's going to be the difference maker is the condition. Obviously, Martin gets peeled, but me and Nathan were talking about this the other day. Like, Martin's mad conditioned, but you know, until he flexes, he doesn't look like he's in shape until he flexes. And then he flexes, and then you can see lines, but his muscle
Yeah,
looks...
but look at the lines on them pictures, though. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
it's like CBUM or stuff mental.
Yeah,
I know.
Obviously, like size, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think Martin's got like that mature. He's got like that baby kind of look to his muscle where, you know, those deep cuts and striations and that. I don't think he's actually got that yet. He will, and when he gets all that, it's going to be fucking stupid. But I think Chris has obviously got that going on, which is going to like...
And let's be honest, you know, when your body wants to grow, and his has wanted to grow for so much time, like even like before they lifted the cap up in classic physique, he was making it, and then within the first year, he was struggling to make the next cap, which is 10 pounds. So, do you know what I mean? His body's been restricted for such a long time. God knows what his pads are at. God knows what everything else is at. Like, how much wiggle room has he got to actually push into this show and not worry about making weight? That's going to be the big factor, is it? How much was he actually holding himself back going into classic?
Yeah. Like, see what I mean here by like Martin's legs, like it's quite... He's conditioned, but he's like, it's quite soft to look at.
Yeah, you can see it on the side shot as well. It was just like the deep cuts, like doing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a hell of a show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good move. It's a good
I wonder
move.
how many extra tickets they got, or like, you know, man, I wonder what's the venue like in Prague, because it's an expo, isn't it?
Yeah, we were talking about this just now. So I went to 2021, I must have, or 2022, I can't remember. And it was in a hotel, and it's a cool venue because you got like the hotel where the athletes stay, the venues in the hotel, and then you got like this expo thing in there as well. But Nathan was saying he thinks the venue's moved, so it might be different for this. They may have moved it purely for the fact that Chris is jumping in.
Yeah, because
It looks like
I would be out there if I wasn't doing this, because like, where else are you going to see CBUM again? Like, is this the only time open debut? Like, for me, if I'm in Italy, the Masters with a client, but if I wasn't, I would be there, like 100 million %.
Did you see Jack Richardson's jumped into it?
Yeah.
How cool is that, man? It's like he won his pro card, and he's like, now he's on stage with CBUM. Quality, man. Anyone punched anyone in the gyms recently? Any throat grabs and throat slams? What do you think about all that?
Well, oh, that's bullshit as well, isn't it?
Yeah, didn't they post the full video of it, and it was turned out to be the guy who was like antagonizing him?
Yeah.
I was trying to like... Sounded like he was antagonizing him a bit anyway.
No, the bit that does my head about it all. They keep kind of looking at it like Jeff is a fucking kid, and he's like my age. Like Jeff's a man. Like he's like, I know he's smaller in stature, but he's a bloke. Like, and this shit goes on in gyms all around the world every single day, and worse shit, you know.
Yeah, it's just because it's in the eyes, isn't it? That's it. Like, and I think he knew what he was doing. Like, oh, at the end of the day, mate, who goes for a CT scanner?
Yeah, that was
that post was like, you know, that was just like no way, like, innit? Doing.
Yeah.
You got car crashes, don't go for a CT scan, like. Mate, I rolled a car like 4 times.
Yeah.
Just got up and limped away like that, like.
Yeah, I think Mike's been taken to the cleaners on it a little bit, like, to be honest. I know his content is like some of the stuff he puts up, he is like the guy that's just giving people shit constantly and stuff, what he's releasing. But I think, well, obviously that content that he's put out has kind of made people come back at him in this way anyway.
Yeah, I heard that he was like that. Jeff was standing over him when he was with his PT client and was like and he was like, leave it there, I'm training someone type of thing.
Yeah.
Still, like, because I seen a video put out on it, and he was saying he's training with his PT client, and he was like still like, you know, giving him shit, like, and he was like, I'm with someone, like, stop it, and then must just lost his head after that, like, doing, because there's only so far, you know, there's only so much you can take in it, doing.
Yeah, no, but that gym as well, and was he just turning up there that day, like? So I don't think he trains him. It's muscle and fitness, isn't it?
Yeah, pure. Yeah, he doesn't. He was just there in that. I don't think he's even Canadian, is he? I'm not sure.
He might be. I don't know. He sounds it, doesn't he?
I'm not sure, but
yeah, not the gym he even trains there.
I don't think so. He was just up there.
A complete setup, like.
Yeah.
Literally from start.
Yeah. He's probably rubbing his hands afterwards because he knows he's getting all the views and obviously he's getting all the people's kind of
He
side.
already had his private CT scan booked in before.
Yeah.
Because Josh Bridgman trains it, doesn't he? He lives in Canada or did. And he
Yeah.
said when it happened that is his name Mike? The old
Yeah,
fella?
Mike. Yeah.
He said that he's like a right cock and he's like it all the time, innit? So
Yeah, I seen Josh say that. I'm not sure. I've been to Pure and Mike's been there when I was there. When me and Carl went out there in 22. And I didn't like he weren't as popular then as he is now.
What do you think to his training? When he's like, just rock with it, man. And he's just like, fucking, the rocking with us. I watch it, I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, some of it's a bit strange.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, you know, when people are giving people like all the science, like guys shit, I think it's just another way of trying to put like different views on training to get some money off the back of it, like, you know? Not reinvent the wheel as such, but just like everyone's having shit for like, oh, creating these sort of training styles, and then Mike's obviously doing it in his way, but he's just doing the same thing in a different way and not being so like sciencey about it.
Yeah, I do watch some of his stuff on YouTube sometimes, or I have done in the past, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm not so sure.
Some of the stuff I like, and then some stuff he says, I'm like, oh, don't really need to be doing that, bro. You're just kind of just being like an angry guy.
that's what it is, and it's the conversation of like how, you know, are you science based or you know, bro based or whatever they call it. It's like you gotta move with the times. You gotta have a mixture of both, I think, personally.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
can't be stuck in your ways. At the end of the day, we're all training a muscle, just in a fucking different movement pattern.
Mm.
It's that thing in it, like is it knowledge versus mileage or something like that? And you need a bit of both, like, so you need a bit of mileage in the sport. You need to be able to obviously spend time lifting and learning your own way. But you also need a bit of knowledge, like coming from places, but it's just how much you delve into the science side of things and how much you just take to just training hard, like, you know, or just doing stuff that you actually enjoy.
Mm. Yeah.
If Ronnie did it, fucking it works, basically, boys.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Ronnie did it, then it works.
Yeah.
So didn't see fucking Ronnie doing D'Angelo Rose, dude. Didn't see fucking Dorian doing D'Angelo Rose. Fuck off. I hate all that shit.
but yeah, I'm the same. Like, I see like people ripping these kids that giving good tips as well. Because some of these young kids, man, they can put some good content out there. And I'm thinking, fair play to you, like, you know, you're making, you know, you're doing your thing, you're trying to build a business the same as everyone else. And then someone likes it just because you got no fucking arms and blah blah. But like, yeah, mate, you ain't got no arms, but he's giving good tips out to other kids or, you know, anyone who wants to listen to it. You know, I'd rather that than say, yeah, pull 250 off the floor with shit form and blah blah blah. It's going to put someone in hospital with a slip disc. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain ways you can look at it, like, and I think, you know, yes, sometimes it's annoying, but it's the same as all content, like, I mean, but like they're kind of tarring people with all the same brush where, you know, some yeah, just because they haven't got a low muscle, because they haven't much time in the game, but they're still giving out some good advice and they've learned, you know, the part of it, and they do still train hard, but it takes 10 years to build muscle.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for 4 years. You know, to build a massive amount of muscle, and yeah, they're not taking a large amount of gear either. You know, and they, you know, your food and everything's on point, but just, you know, so there's so much that comes into gaining size rather than just, you know, knowledge, as we all know. But like, yeah, there's no need to like bash them so much or certain individuals when, you know, I think.
Unless they are just a complete fucking idiot, bro. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's this one kiddie, I'm not mentioning names, comes to mind, and I'm just like, fuck you know, someone like local. I'm just like, fuck you know.
Yeah, he's like, is this one kiddie? I'm not mentioning names. It's someone's local. Or he trains in this gym, and is it?
Looks like this. Where's this?
Yeah, but like smashing the diet, finish the diet, and like fucking cunt still got muffin top. I'm like, bro, you're in a deficit.
Yeah. That's the problem we've got in it, is like Richie said about, like, obviously the kids that are putting out good content, and that's great, but then it needs to be like, the problem we've got is that back in the day, the people that would put content out and educational content are the guys that have obviously gone out and done it and done the work and got the muscle and learned through executing it. Now we've got
it before they finish the product.
Yeah, and now we've got people putting content out. They're putting good content out. That's great, but bear in mind, I film most of these fuckers, and they're only copying someone else's content, and the other person that's created the original content is jacked. So they're only copying someone else's content. They're not putting content out that they've learnt or
that's a fair
proved they can apply themselves as well. And that pisses me off big time, to be honest.
This before, with the content, it's only so much really. Like everything kind of gets to be good, take from a different angle, the way you look at it. Like it, you know, I guess in general, if we generalize it, it's all just the same sort of shit. Just really.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't really think of it that way until people like talking about things they have no idea what they're talking about, but just spieling out what someone else has said.
Yeah,
which makes perfect sense. Like, yeah,
it's that thing. I think I put a picture up yesterday, and I said like, be careful who you take advice from. I did a reel on it yesterday where I was filming with lads as well. You know, taking advice from someone that has actually done it and have got some credentials to back up their bullshit. Because these kids that are the same age or whatever, same kind of circle as these kids that are putting the content out, they should be looking at the guys that have been there before and done it, and the guys in the gym that are doing the work, the guys that are probably in the corner minding their own business doing the work. Like, that's who they should be looking up to, not the kids that have just got a budget to go and get content recorded with a videographer. So that's all it is. You know,
it's not always like what they're saying is wrong. It's just like, you know, prove that it's right in a way as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we could all I could go and watch a video now on how to build a house and release a video tomorrow saying this is how you build a house. I can't go and fucking build a house. I've never done it.
I built a house and I still couldn't tell you how to build a fucking house.
You're still building your fucking house.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same sort of thing, innit? We can all learn something by watching something, but until you've actually applied it and done it yourself, you've got no business talking about it.
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't understand until they start working with people, it's not fucking straightforward. You know, there'll be low. Do you know what I mean? When as soon as like you get those first few things, you're thinking, what do I fucking do? Like, that's always going to happen. Like, I think until you've really got some experience, it's you should be trying to make money for people anyway. Yeah.
Like if you think of like people that are putting content out, educators that have done it, like 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘵𝑚 comes to mind because 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝑚's like on it with the content and putting the reels out. That's who the kids should be looking at, not like I think 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘵 got slated for obviously all the content he was putting out at one point because he was like, he's obviously talking about all these training styles, but now the people that were slating him are probably creating the same reels just off the back of what they've watched him do.
What saying that he contradicted himself at times or something?
You what?
Well, they say he like contradicts himself or contradicts.
No, not contradicts himself. I'm just saying that obviously he was like, he's active in terms of putting content out, educational content.
Yeah, his stuff's good.
Yeah, but then there was a time I think where people were saying, "Fucking hell, 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝑚's this way. This is his way or no way," kind of thing. But now those same people are kind of releasing the content that he's already done because they've sat there, watched it, and they're just rewording it in their ways and creating their own content. So, I don't know.
I seen a shitty video on Meg the other day as well. How like these people like just they find pick people who are like, yeah, it's wrong, man.
What's that like? Just slating.
Well, yeah, like for like saying how she looks now, but I see her. I don't like I see Lucy. I think she looks fine. Like the in the face now. I don't know what you know. It's mad. Like how people just like try and pick on people to like create videos. Like to be the same as 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘵, like people who have names, they'll try and like call them out to get a repost, and then people who know views up. That like you know, you see a lot of people doing it in the industry, and that's one thing I hate as well. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Just, you know, stay in your own lane type of thing, innit?
Stay clear of drama. You know, if someone wants to do this and that's what they want to do, I'm just that type of person that's like happy for them just to do it. I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
But like the video I seen was absolutely horrific. Anyway, it was like what the guy was saying. I was like, what? This is madness. Like, I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean you're not like you're showing like one face with makeup on and one without makeup on, and like, you know, different angles, one going. It's like, how can you even compare? Do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, me, Lucy was watching it as well. I'm thinking, like, me, are you for real? Like, do you mean you're just picking, like, trying to find issues, and that's
that affecting you like, you know, do you mean?
Yeah,
Bad is, yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously, you know, Meg's she's a grown woman. She knows what implications are happening with what she's pursuing, because it does happen. You know, we can't beat around the bush. There are implications to what she's doing, but at the same time, she's a high level athlete. She knows the risks, and I'm sure they're managing it as much as they possibly can, because I know, you know, knowing Meg really well, she's fully aware of what she's doing, like, and obviously
I speak to her quite often, like, you know, obviously because she does my training now, mate, and she's like, you know, mate, she doesn't, you know, she's not someone who I look at and think you are risking it. She's calculated in what she does, like, I mean, I don't think she's taking the piss, like, I honestly don't, like, obviously I know she's going, but mate, the intensity and how she trains and everything else, like, you know, it has a bigger factor than what she's actually using, you know. Obviously it's going to be a certain extent to how much she pushes it, but it's just, it's like, you know, she had a really good year this year, cleaned up, like, I mean, there's been no changes in, like, what from this year to the last year, in my opinion, but obviously people come out and talk shit then.
Because her name is becoming more of a name in the scene, isn't it? Yeah, people just want to attach onto it then and get some clout off the back of it.
And that's the worst thing about social media. I don't like is like them type of posts and them videos, like.
Did anyone go to any of the British finals?
Yeah, it was like the two bros.
How was it?
Oh, Richie was as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, we won the third.
He had a bikini girl, wasn't it?
Yeah, smashed her fitly.
Class.
The last show of the season as well, like, so, and like the best place to win it, obviously UK girl, British champion, and IFBB pro in the British Championships is it's a perfect way to end the season, like, to win. So.
Who won the bikini? Was it Marnie that won it last year? Bikini UK.
But yeah, she won. Did
she win a pro card? Yeah, she won a pro card in the UK show, I think.
Yeah, because 𝘗𝘰𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘆 had in the other one, and then there's only two. Was there only two pro cards in UK?
It was True Athlete, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then British after, was it?
I think so.
Did Marnie win it before her?
I think Marnie's had it longer than 𝘗𝘰𝘰.
Yeah. So maybe, I think it was, yeah.
So I think British was earlier.
Oh, they switched them round, did they? Yeah.
Potentially, I know Marnie's definitely had it longer than.
Yeah, I think maybe she done it the year before then. Marnie did. British Championships.
𝘗𝘰𝘰's transitioning now, anyway, isn't she?
Yeah, she's what's she doing?
Stefan, right?
Yeah,
with Steph, but obviously changing divisions.
To be fair, that's for what she wants to do. It's a good call. Like,
I was going to ask you actually, Rich, because obviously you coached her for a long time as well.
Yeah,
and just from seeing her in the gym and stuff, just with her her development in certain areas, would you say that would be the next step?
For me, mate, it's too far. It's too far ahead. Like, realistically, like, do you mean she wants to stand next to Meg and that? Like, for me, she was there with Bikini, just had to bring up the lower and hold everything else where it was. Like, do you mean, or like, listen and stop training upper? Do you know what I mean? Not pull ups all the time and stuff, like, which is, but yeah, she's got awesome shape. But like, I think the pro division is just, mate, they're huge. Do you mean, like, when you look at the amateur girls, yeah, but then like, if you look at stand up against people like Meg, do you mean, like, this it's a big jump, like, it's a massive jump, like, do you mean, how many years with no matter who doing? It's like, and to be fair, like, this sport is about enjoying it, and like, I think like she loves training up and she loves doing what she does, so I think it is a good choice for her, because how could I could not train, and yeah, do you mean, like, when you love training, it's definitely the right choice for her 100%. Like,
because obviously she wants to train, and if that's going to continue to build her in that direction, then go for it.
Yeah, like, if someone told me I couldn't train chest and shoulders and arms and whatever else forever, I'd be like, oh, what? No chance. Do you know what I mean? That's the way it is. Like that's what we love. Like, obviously, you love competing and you love like winning or whatever, but your love is in the gym every day and training. And obviously, if you can't do that, like, what it's tough, innit?
And if we think about it, right? Like, even for like me and Andy and you and Cheney, not you, Mitch, because you're a pro, but like the other four on you, like obviously we've got goals and stuff and we're training towards them. But are we, especially me, am I ever gonna be able to get there? Probably not.
No.
But I'm still fucking training because I love to train and working towards it, innit?
I feel the same as well, like, I mean, and I think, to be fair, like, I think she's made a really good choice going Steph, and I think she will do, like, for what she wants. Like, it'll be really interesting to see her on that stage and standing there, and I look forward to it, to be fair,
Yeah,
100%.
I spoke to her last week, I think it was, because I thought she was on prep, which she was on prep. And then I said, "Oh, how many weeks out from a show?" And she was like, "Oh, I've stopped prep." And I was like, "Oh, right, why?" And she said, "Oh, well, I met up with Stefan in Vegas for the Olympia. And he said about, changing divisions." So she was like, okay. And then when Bikini came on, she was like, she didn't have any, like, there was no buzz, or she didn't really get anything from watching Bikini. And that kind of like cemented the fact that she wanted to definitely switch. So she pulled the plug on the prep then. So yeah, she's obviously thought about it, and all the best to her. Like,
You've got to you enjoy more as well, haven't you? Like, there's no point. This isn't all a hobby in a way as well. So like, even though it is some people's actual livelihood, like, she's in it to enjoy it, and so like, if her goals are, she wants to obviously build her up, but she wants to go into that division, and that's what gives her the fire to keep training. Then, like you said,
how can you not enjoy it? Like, do you mean this prep is hard enough anyway? How can you go into it not enjoying the training and everything else? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just another thing that really takes the buzz away, like in final weeks, and which is so.
What about obviously Kirsty was just won her pro card, Rich? Is she going to be competing next year, or Lucy as well, or just?
Yeah, we'll see. We're like Kirsty, like she she done really well all year. Like, reason, like, I think it was 4 overalls, 3 like really close in the center for the pro card, and obviously 3rd one she took it. So it's like, but like every show I was just saying, like, like, your only thing is you need size, like, I mean, and now it's for the amateurs. So it depends, like, I think it'd be good to touch her toes next year if she feels it, because I do, like, I feel for like amateur athletes going into, like, you've got to be really in it to do like a 2-year off season. And sometimes it can just be beneficial to just come back down and dip your toes in to give you that buzz back. And push
ain't easy either. You reach 8, 10, 12-month mark, and it's like, fucking, I got another year of this off season.
Yeah, of course. And like, when you do, I know it's taking time off the show, but then, like, for the prep, but like, if your head's not there, but then, like, because when we looked at her prep, I was going through the pictures earlier, mate, she's gained in her phase with me, in her prep phase. Like, she really progressed a lot, like, especially coming out now, when I done the same weight comparisons. I was like, shit, I mean, her shoulders are blown out, so she's done well coming into this prep. So, like, it's not necessarily going to be a massive loss. So depending how far we push the off season, how close we keep her to where she needs to be, we could be losing like 12 weeks.
Yeah.
But is that 12 weeks going to make up for, because everyone loves a rebound and like motivation, it's like, it is a lot that goes into it there. I mean, it depends where each client's head's at, is what we will actually do. Because it's got to be like, if she wants to win shows or come top 3, it's going to be, but like, if she's like, right, I'm happy just to see where the placings are and go in, then it'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I mean, because, I don't think, like, she's not, like, I think it's not going to be one of the things where, like, we're racing against time. She's old, she's got time, so it's just about enjoying it and making the most out of it, and getting seen with the judges as well, so
yeah, that's a big thing as well. Like, if you can get like a period of time where you can get in front of a few judges, that sets you up.
Yeah,
you're putting the door for next year then, don't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Got to see yourself against those athletes as well, I suppose, haven't you? Because you can all look well and good. Like, even if we put comparison pictures of yourself next to another athlete, yeah, the pictures might look better, but until you're actually stood next to them on stage, like, that's the only time you're ever going to see the true comparison in you, or where you stand in a lineup.
Yeah. And we all probably feel like before we step on stage, you always feel like you're small.
Yeah.
I'm going to be small. I'm going to be small. But then, like, you come off stage, and your missus might be in a crowd, or the boys or whatever, and they show you some pictures straight away, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, I'm in, I size up with everyone here. That's what you happen to me, and I'm like, it puts me at ease. And so again, that just confirmation that you look decent, or you can hold your own on a pro stage. That'd do a lot for him mentally as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I think she's got a good physique, and she will do well. Like, as a bikini athlete, the frame she has, she's balanced, which is one of the biggest things, and that's why I said to her going into this season, like, she won her pro card because she was balanced, like, and I think people forget that, like, because a lot of people are like, oh, look at their shoulders, but it's not balanced. Bikini is balanced, like, it's overall, and so she's got that going for her. Or she's pushing through, she can just grow all over realistically, more glute, upper and outer. But it's surprising, man. Honest God, when you go from these amateurs to pro, how dense these girls' glutes are. They are so dense. They're so, mate, they're big, like, so it is going to take a couple of years for that really to come through, and it is like, it's, yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. Like,
I was like that when I was competing.
Well, your glutes.
No, my glutes big. I was backstage, like, I just started pumping up. A bikini were going on before me, and they were all queuing up, and I was just like looking at the glutes, thinking, like, that's fucking years of training there, because they are low level in bikini. The glutes is like, it's fucking. And I was thinking, fuck me, what does wellness look like then? If bikini?
Yeah, that's what's going through my mind. Yeah, is like, if that's
and I think this is where genetics come in as well, like, because it is like, like, for me, like, wellness girls are wellness girls. Like, look at Chloe Pickford, she's a wellness girl. Don't look at Maya, she's a wellness girl. I mean, their genetics are made for that division. Like, and if you're trying to push a bikini girl into a wellness frame, unless you have it naturally, like, or realistic, like, it is like, you are gifted to each division. And the same with, like, Kirsty, you say, for figure as well, like, like, I think, you do definitely fit certain criterias, but it's just, yeah, it's about, like, making the decision on what is your fit, like, and go for it, because, like, your genetics will be made up for each one realistically, innit? The same for, like, even classic, you've got to be classic, like you have. Obviously the illusion can be, you can make an illusion, you can make a great poser, but then when you stand next to someone who is a great poser and has that classic physique as well, what happens then?
That's what they're all saying about Mike Summerfield, and he's saying he's more of a bodybuilder than actually classic.
Well, I thought that when I looked at him, like, and I can't deny he looks absolutely incredible, like, but then you look at some guys, you just think, oh, classic. You do, like, and it is, and that is, yeah, the divisions are the divisions, and well, look at Yemi, like, how classic, he's classic, like,
yeah,
and, like, he's beating guys with a lot more muscle on him because he is classic. He puts the work in, like, and I watched him in the British, and, like, I had him first, and the reason I had him first is because every time he was hitting that pose, he was there on the button. He was the first in it, and he was just bang, and he didn't miss one pose because he puts the work in his posing. Obviously, he loves posing. He's always posing.
Shout out to Yemi.
But again, like, and he came up to me, Ross came up to me, and I said, mate, like, it was obviously really close, but yeah, he's just, yeah. And the guy, Zach's boy, who won there as well, who won this pro card, he was incredible. But then again, he's classic. Pro debut.
Crazy muscle on that guy.
Yeah.
It was hanging off him. There was a couple of areas that he lacked, but I heard that he lost it on posing.
Yeah, because he was hitting like an abs and thigh, and he was like turning and crunching down. And I was thinking,
why he was dropping his quad off all the time as well.
Yeah, I sent Zach. I was taking candids, like, I was there filming for JP and Oscar and all that, and I took a couple of candid stills of Yemi up there for Yemi, and then I took one of Julio, innit, Zach's guy. And the only shot I've got of him is doing his fucking side ab and thigh, and he was like,
It's his
"Oh, that's
leg,
the
isn't it?
fucking worst shot."
Yeah.
He's like, "Thanks for this, but it's the worst shot that he's got." I'm like, "Fuck, sorry, bro."
Yeah, but yeah, but then again, like he had a lot of muscle in, but not like again. I think the guy who come third was it.
Yeah,
He had a lot of muscle.
yeah, I seen it. He put like a bit of a controversial post up. He was talking about like the fact that Yemi and Julia were black, and it was a bit of a mad post, like because Yemi
Yeah,
was talking about on his story. I don't know if you've seen it.
yeah.
Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, both the athletes that beat me were British, and also they were genetically blessed or something like that." You're basically playing down the black route. Like I'm like, oh my god,
But
why have you put this up?
no matter what color you are, mate, if you look like that,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And like if it's the same guy, I thought he did look really good. But again, this is I thought he had more muscle, he had more density, but then the classic class.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And this is where, like, for me, the lines come in of like, what class do you fit? Like, do you mean you could argue that men's league, and you know this bitch, like, you know, like you got a men's league shape, like, I mean, if you have someone, oh yeah, but his chest is bigger, his arms are bigger, yeah, but he's not men's physique, like.
You look at Ferkner now. You know, everyone says he looks crazy, and he has got a crazy physique. But like, you can't be that short with arms that thick, expecting to wear ball shorts on stage. Like, it's just not. That's why he's not haven't had the shout for all these years.
He's moving. Is he moving now?
Yeah, he's got 212, hasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what you said about Bikini. Like people say, "Oh yeah, look at their delts, they're fucking massive." And yeah, all right, it does stand out on stage, and they do look fucking really good. But it comes down to balance, and I think this is the difference with the NPC and PCA.
Yeah.
I know we probably all want to touch on it, but like there's people on a PCA stage in all classes, they've got crazy physiques because they stand out for something. But then when you go to the NPC and you've got top level athletes in the NPC, they haven't got just crazy something. They've got a very good balanced physique, and I think that's the difference between, you know, you see these PCA pros, and then you got a
there's a whole different category, bro. Like it is like, and like obviously, you know, like I know Neil put a post up the other day when they're saying about obviously like if you're a pro, if you don't earn money in the league or whatever. But then like thinking, right, so like Samson Douala 2018, he didn't earn money. Should he go to PCA and earn money to be a pro? Or well, he plays in one show. It's like, you know, it is different. It's different leagues. Like for me, like the only pro, like not this in PCA, but like the pro league is the NPC pro league, isn't it? Like, I mean,
yeah. I think personally, if your reason to do bodybuilding is to win money, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. Like that's my
And when you have, mate, if you have a lineup of 36 people, how the fucking all I'm going to make money?
I'll be honest. Like for what my goal is in bodybuilding, I couldn't care if I don't fucking win a penny for the rest of my fucking career. I couldn't care. It's not the money I'm doing it for.
Even as an amateur, look how much money I spend going around the country. You mean? Yeah, it's the enjoyment, and to be fair, it's nice to be able to do things in different countries and enjoy it as well. Like, you know, just walking around. Look, I enjoy going to different supermarkets, different beaches, different places, different cultures, and just like enjoying it, like doing.
Thing is, if bodybuilding shows were cancelled tomorrow, we'd also train anyway. We're doing it because that's what we feel.
Yeah, so we got something to train for as well. Like,
yeah. Just being able to compete is just like a bonus. Do you know what I mean? Really.
But yeah, like when you said with the PCA, yeah, it's definitely like Bikini is totally different. Like, I mean,
but you went to PCA British Finals. You had Travis in it, didn't you?
I only went to Saturday though, so it was the men's physique, and I think Bikini was on that day as well. But I didn't see that. I just seen obviously Travis, and then I was on the contest stand for a bit, and then I chipped off then about 5.
Did you see any of the pro shows over there on the Sunday?
No, I didn't see it. There was a men's physique one there, but I didn't watch it after Travis come off. No. I mean, in terms of like the standard that I saw across the men's physique, the class winners all look good. there was some classes that I didn't watch the whole thing. There was some classes like that were stacked. Trav's class had about 9 in it. I think it was a fairly busy show from what I saw.
They usually are busier than the two bros, really. You know?
Yeah, the PCA, but they are good shows. They are good standard, like, I mean.
Yeah. It was
when you jump there from the amateurs to pro, like, that's where the big jump is, like, doing. Like the
I just wish you are. Go on, go on.
I was going to say, from what I gather, everyone was saying, "Oh, tomorrow's the busier day," because like it was quite quiet around the expo. Sort of.
Yeah.
It was quite. Was there a big setup then? Because it was a big setup to me.
Big, man, yeah, it was big. Like from where we were, I couldn't see the stage from where Conte's like booth was.
No,
it was quite more. I think there was a lot more vendors there, like the universe, than when I was up there this year, which was the expo. But it was a nice it's a nice setup, and like Telford, the location was good.
it's a wicked venue, isn't it?
Really good, and that's what I like about PCA. To be fair, like they do always have a good setup. Apart from when they're putting on these shows like the Universe and Hull and stuff, that's a track thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I worked the PCA last year, so that's the first time I've been to that. Obviously, because I'm normally at the Two Bros shows, but I remember it was like, I just wish Two Bros would just sprinkle some of what PCA are doing onto their stuff. Like,
you've got to give it to PCA, like, well, the work they put into the stage, like how it runs, you know, the setup they have, I think. Really good.
Even just
I'm not too keen on the reels online. I think the lighting just looks fucking shit. To be honest. It doesn't portray people from what.
I think the condition is off on them. Like
always off.
Like I've seen a lot of boys in person there, and then I've looked at the reels and I thought, what?
Yeah, the reels are always taken with a pinch of salt. They never what that guy's camera needs to do the same.
shit videographers, bro. Can't get the staff these days.
Well, he must just have it on auto or something. But,
Mic drop.
Yeah, but no, honestly, even like looking at Travis, I'm like, wow, like this is not what we saw on stage.
Yeah, when I did the PCA show this year, I got fucking slated on my reel, going, "This guy beat Matt Tofton. What the fuck? How did he beat Matt Tofton?" Oh, mate, it was so hot there when I trained. It was boiling there.
Yeah,
all my tan. So it was the hottest day of the year so far, and the aircon in the venue wasn't working. So we were all on stage. We were just melting. The tan was running off us. So by the time I did my posing routine, which is obviously after all the fucking comparisons, I worked my ass off in those because I was up against Tofton and that. By the time I did my posing routine, which is going to be the real, I was fucking white. There was nothing on me. And then obviously with the added factor that the condition wasn't really showing through in the reel, I got slated. I was like,
none of the, like, I don't know, man. The condition doesn't show us. It's like they fucking, I don't know, mate. It
just washes everybody out, doesn't it? It seems to like
it's terrible, mate.
yeah.
But I'm also almost like, if I was going to compete, I'd be like, yeah, can you not post a reel of me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there, yeah.
They must use some filters and things on their lenses, because you can buy these filters that like screw onto the lenses. And I think what they do is they've got them on there, which makes it look like arty, but it's actually taken away from the reality of how it looks.
Photographers use them on their pictures, like, don't you? Like,
yeah.
You lose the graininess of the physique, like.
If you think of 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺,
like a Photoshop, like a layer of, as if you put a makeup layer all over the.
That's it, yeah. Smooths it off a bit. Like 𝘗𝘗𝘁's reels, obviously, when he puts his up over in States, you can really see what's going on. Like,
I had one done by him in Seattle. It was class.
Was yours good? Yeah.
Yeah, there was videographers at all the shows, and then when I seen that 𝘗𝘗𝘁 was in Seattle, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pay for it because he's quality. Like, but it was actually speaking.
Out match, though.
Yeah, it was a fucking worst look of the fucking tour as well. But I was actually speaking to him at the registration, and he actually brings his own light into the shows.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so he brings his own light, because there was another photographer I met that I'd done a shoot with before, and he wanted to go and meet him and watch him set up, because he actually puts all his own lighting up.
Oh. How much did he charge you for one of those stage reels?
How much was it? I think it was $350.
Like £250 a day, £250, like, or $350.
$350 mine was, because I paid for it. You can just have the reel, or you can have the reel and a slow-mo. a different type of slow-mo video done.
Yeah,
So
in every one of Lucy's shows, and it was like, you know, it was, I think it was like worked out like 200 odd quid a time. Like,
there's like 3 stages, then you like the normal one, then you got the other one in the slow-mo, and then you got like a
worth
can.
that, because like I find, like, I know it's expensive at the time, but then like these shows, they're all memories, like, you know what I mean? And like, it may be a time now in like 10 years when you look back at your competitive career and you're like, oh, I really like that, or I wish I had that video, like. And I know it seems like a lot of money at the time, but then like in 10 years, are you going to be like, oh fuck, I wish I paid that like 200 quid for that video, which, you know, because it's memories now. Like, if you have kids and you've got grandkids and stuff, and you can show them these videos of what you've done, because I think it's pretty cool. Like,
that comes down to content in general. I had this conversation with Ryan Cartwright on Tuesday, and he was saying that he regrets massively not filming like his pro card win, his pro debut, like documenting it all. It's like, man, like I've got content from 10 years ago when I was nothing, recording shit to look back on. Like, you need these moments, like.
Well, when, you know, when we done our one, when the house and that, and obviously all as a baby, you know,
Yeah.
the other day with Ola, and I was like, fuck, I can't even remember it being that small, like.
Memory books, innit?
Yeah, it is, mate. It is. It's yeah, and I was landed, to be fair. I thought, oh, this is great, like, doing, because it shows
me again, bro.
Yeah.
Book it with me again, bro.
Price has gone up now, though, bro.
Fucking right. When you don't book me for 6 months, it goes up.
I've had you on a retainer, bro. I'll check your account. Trust. You owe me 6 months.
Is it? Quick one to finish this off, because we've been on like 90 minutes and Andy Craig's going to kick off. Andrew jacked. What do you think, And?
Well, I might text him for a refund, bro. I said, mate, you 5th at Olympia, a week later, and you wouldn't fucking take the top off and hit some shots. So he was like, people like doing the Q&As and that, and someone asked him about injuries, and he goes, never had an injury, bro. Never gonna get an injury either. So we were like, oh, yeah, he's quite new to it, fair enough. So I said, oh, bro.
Like, new to it, is that what you said?
Yeah. So,
oh, he doesn't really know what he's fucking on about. He's
yeah, bro, that's how he made it out of the seminar. He was like, I don't even fucking, how it came across was like, he wasn't really that interested in bodybuilding. He didn't have any inspirations. That's how it came across, right? And then, so I said to him, I thought, fuck, I'm gonna ask. I said, you know, we've come here to see your physique, like basically you gotta fucking hit some shots. He said, oh, I can't, I've got frozen joints, need 45 minutes to warm up. And I was like, I said, what do you mean? And then he said again, I thought, oh, okay. I was gonna say to him, well, hang on a minute, you just told us you didn't have an injury. And I was a bit like, fucking, oh, I need a chip, to be honest, sort of clock watching, but I couldn't understand fucking what he said. He kind of held the mic here, and I was just, I think everyone was a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. Was nothing on the Wesley one that he did anyway, that Giles range.
Well, Wesley loves bodybuilding, though, doesn't he? He loves it. Like, yeah. He's lived. I mean, I can remember when I think I said this before, when I seen him in like Amsterdam in like 2019, and I was just looking and thinking, fuck, he looked phenomenal then, like, you know, yeah. And he appealed, like, you can just tell it. You know, when you just look at someone and just think, you just live for it, like, you live for it.
He was a great like ambassador. Like, you could see, like, I sent Ali that video of Samson doing a guest seminar the other day, and he's posing and he's loving it, and Ali's like, this is fucking, that's what a seminar is like, that's what he wants.
Yeah. I said the best.
Wesley was doing that as well. Like,
yeah, sure.
Hitting shots, even though he's in like off season or whatever.
Wesley's a personality as well, isn't he?
What do you say then, Rich? We missed that bit then, Rich.
Best one I went to was the Asher one, bro. It was good. Like, I tell you, but it was though. It was like, mate, he did not give a fuck. What? Yeah. Oh yeah, he makes me send pictures of my jabs because he thinks I'm a trainer. They're always a little bit orange, and it's, I only put a little bit in every day, though. Like, fucking,
yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, that's the sort of thing you want, isn't it? And you leave there thinking that was sick. But I left the Andrew Jack thing actually feeling a little bit like demotivated to an extent, just thinking,
yeah,
well, he's kind of gone down in my ratings now. And if this guy doesn't give a fuck about bodybuilding, I've been doing this with, like, you know, all my fucking graphs for 10 years.
Yeah.
I might as well give up.
Yeah. I spoke to Nathan on Monday about it. I said, I was like, oh, yeah. He was like, what was the Andrew seminar like? I was like, it was good. We had a good turnout down there. Like, it was like 30 or 40 people running around.
Yeah.
And I said they weren't very, like, happy. Like, and he was like, why? And I said, oh, one of the boys asked him to do hit some shots, like, and he wouldn't take his kit off, and he said he's got frozen joints, and he'd pull some front doubles. Nathan was laughing his head off. He's like, "What? He's fucking a week after the Olympia. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But yeah, we're Ali messaged me, Siand, after you spoke, and he was like, "Can you speak to Samson?" So I have put the word out to Samson. Obviously, he's in China, so that could be
that'd be good.
yeah, I'd want to go in on it though. If I'm like being a fucking cog in the wheel or whatever,
Yeah, definitely.
cog in the machine, I want to be involved in and do something like we did with the 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 one, maybe down the Pacific.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I know that Ali wants or is in his thoughts to get the 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 down as well. So
I spoke to him afterwards because after you left, me and Ali were talking for like 15 minutes afterwards, and he was on about Nathan, and I said, "Yeah, well, let me get the plans for next year from Nathan first, and then we'll work it in then, and he'll bring him down because he's definitely going to get his money's worth with Nathan, you know."
yeah.
What about my gym, then, bro? You're doing nothing for me, you know?
Yeah, bro. You haven't booked me
What?
6 months again.
Who you bring down for me, then, but come on. Who's having it?
𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘿. We'll bring a seminar with 𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘿 down.
What the fucking marathon runner?
The marathon runner, yeah.
Fucking sellout, guys, bro.
Jay,
It's an absolute sellout.
Jay, what did you think of the seminar? Because you were there. Like honestly, now, what was your like? Would you be like?
If I was
you were a paying customer at the seminar as well.
Yeah.
Content.
If I was there as a paying guy, I probably would have been wasn't really worth it. But I'll be honest, and if I wasn't there in like if I wasn't there as filming and doing the bits for Ali, I wouldn't have gone. Just because I know what Andrew's like, you know. I've spent time with him before. I was with him on the Monday, and I know he's like super chilled. He's a lovely guy, you know. He's a lovely guy, but in terms of like a seminar personality, you're not going to get much back from him. Like,
and it just makes me think like, I don't think that's a personality that they're ever going to put to a fucking Olympia, bro, because he needs to be an ambassador for the sport.
Well, on stage, bro, his feedback on stage is that he needs to. Everyone is saying that he's not showing like any enthusiasm when he's like doing his routines and posing, and he's kind of just he looks like he's going through the motions up there. There's no like.
Well, that's kind of like the message I came across at a seminar. Someone asked him about like Hollywood, because he said he loves acting, and he's real interested in acting and stuff. And someone said, "Oh, well, what if they drafted you?" He said, "I'd be fucking gone tomorrow."
Yeah,
so it's like that's not someone who wants to fucking win the Olympia. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gone tomorrow.
That's what he said, but that's what he did.
He did say, yeah. You kind of got to look at it like the guy is what? He's 38, is he?
Yeah.
39, he said. Yeah.
39. So in terms of his bodybuilding, he's probably hit the ceiling because I don't, you know. So I don't blame him saying that. Like, if Hollywood come knocking, I'm done. Which everyone wants at that age, bro. Everyone wants their way out of bodybuilding. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's only just been kind of walked into it. But yeah, I think like just his personality isn't the guy that's gonna be like bringing fucking crowds. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like just sheer size,
huge, bro.
Nuts. Makes you, it's just crazy.
Just another day that I wanted to fucking call it a day bodybuilding because it's like it's been around. I remember like he was sitting there on the Monday, and the three of us were just talking. Obviously Nathan there, and then Andrew's tricep was just fucking hanging off you, like just out here, and
that's the best thing I enjoyed this seminar. Just being like looking at him, like what the fuck?
Yeah, different level, innit? But yeah, we'll get some seminars on. Rich, we can do something, bro. We'll definitely look at doing something down your place if you're up for it.
Yeah,
I know you got cash for it, like.
Huh? Oh, these ain't free today.
You are?
Well, they were free.
Well, 𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 one will be free. 𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 pay you.
Hey, that podcast stereo looks good already, though, Rich.
Yeah.
It's getting it, bro. You'll get magic down in
What's your plan then, Rich? You start your own podcast. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Start my own one.
No, like seriously, because obviously if you've got the room done. Like,
to be honest, mate, it's for the coaching content. It is like, and I thought that's what I built the room for. New office, coaching content. I probably won't use it as an office, could go one, but it's yeah, just for the coaching content, and then possibly like if people wanted to rent in, use it, and we did get like everything in there professionally, you know, it could be like just another thing for, you know, to rent out of the gym, like doing.
Yeah.
We'll Rich, when do you reckon you're going to be done with it, ready to go?
It just needs to be painted and a little bit of cladding on the wall. So
what about like all the podcast kit? Because
well, I can order that whenever. So
yeah,
okay. It's like Amazon, right? Like doing like nice. Lucy wants me to like show what tables I'm ordering that because yeah, and that's it really. You know.
Okay, do us a favor, bro. Send in the links so we don't order all this shit.
I've already done it. He's been asking me because I've been advising what to get months ago. Yeah, he's on it, bro. I'll be honest, you're on it, Rich.
Yeah.
But what we could do is like when it's like open and it's done and stuff and everything's in there, we could do like a live podcast and get a session in and go for some food or something the same day.
Well, I might do an open day down the gym.
Yeah.
So could be pretty cool if obviously if we could talk about maybe getting someone down the gym. I'm going to speak to a load of the boys I know, like I speak to Big Nate, Yami, and a few others to come down and like just be there. And obviously a few pros as well. And then like obviously speak to Conte about coming down. And just like Conte.
Bleep.
Yeah, about coming down.
See,
just like do an open day, then obviously we could have a look in the room as well and maybe do some bits there, you know.
Yeah, we'll definitely sort something out. Get a little live podcast on, and then we can have a Christmas party then, can't we? And then we'll all be in bed by 10. Well, you will be because you're not allowed out.
10 a.m.
Should be on his second bag by 10.
Yeah, that Conte way is real good.
Sound lads. Anything else you want to talk about before we shut it off?
Late check-ins, man. I've got late check-ins to do after this now. Pisses me off, bro.
Yeah. Is that because of us?
No, it's people checking late.
It's because he hasn't done them, that's why they're late. He's just late getting them back to the people.
Put a good reel out yesterday, was it? And about obviously
oh yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. About like coach.
Yeah, lying to your coach, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll try it or not, obviously lying to your coach, like just being completely honest, because
and he's been lying to himself already.
Yeah, lying to myself in my own check-in. Did you stick to your diet this week? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're all right. Like obviously we know as coaches, like when somebody's lying, like, you know, we can tell people think they're getting away with it when they like just write in a comment and they chat in just saying like that they've stuck to their diet or whatever, but we know like when they're not 100%, like or even when blood work comes back and it's a little bit skewed.
Yeah, I'm looking at one now. Well, I kind of pulled it up along the thing. I think Jay gave me some evils at one point, and I'm just thinking, mate, this hasn't been a fucking good week, bro.
Yeah. So they're like, clients just being completely honest. Like, if people are going to go off there, especially if we've got lifestyle clients or whatever, like people are going to go off plan. They're going to cheat on their diet or whatever, like at some point. So it's just like you said, really, you know, being completely honest about that when you do go off plan, so that you can actually mitigate the damage, or you can put things into place then to actually.
So you know exactly what's going on. You think, right then, do I need to make changes? What? And you're looking back week from week to week, like saying, right, what's changed? Why isn't this happening? And then you like drop the arm and saying, look, mate, what the hell is going on? Like, this isn't right, bar. And then they check in the next week and saying, I've had a really, really good week this week. And it's like 2.5 kilos down and, you know, massive changes. And like, well, what's different from this week to last week? Because you had a really, really good last week as well. Like,
you always get the ones that are like, they're doing all right. And then they go, I'm going to fucking step it up now. I'm going to be 100%. And I'm thinking like, well, what were you doing then?
Yeah.
Just having a bit here and there. And like, I'm just like, all right, let's go then.
Yeah, I was talking to a client earlier and they were like, right, like what's going on? Like I said, like, because I want to put your food up, but like obviously we're seeing fluctuations over the weekend and then back down and like you know, you're saying you're just having this, but like it doesn't really correlate. Like one meal wouldn't equate to this and that, and they're like, oh yeah, it's fine, you know, blah. And then yeah, I have been totally fine and blah, blah. And then the next check-in is this week's check-in. I realised that a Saturday isn't the reason to like binge. And I'm like, well, you wasn't binging last week when I asked you. And the weight hasn't really just gone up or anything like they've said. Like, I mean, so I'm like, well, look, just tell me. I'm not going to tell you off. I don't care. But, you know, just obviously you're losing progress through the week because you're still burning off last week's cheat meal.
To say when you see someone going down, like you've been pulling their diet down, obviously their calories down week on week because they're not progressing. And then all of a sudden, then they're still not progressing, but you're on stupid low calories. And you're like, oh no, I can't keep doing this to them. But obviously you know in your own head that they're not sticking to it. So you're like, right. And you say to them, I'm going to push your calories up a little bit bigger because obviously you might be like a little bit fatigued and that's probably why you're not dropping weight or anything. And you bump their calories up and you know clearly that it's just they're not sticking to their plan. But you obviously by bumping the calories up, then it's easier for them to stick to the plan. And then they end up dropping loads of weight when you put their calories up. Like,
That's the point for me though. I'm just like when you say someone's like on low calories, and like you can't defy science at the end of the day. The calories that you were on, you will be losing weight, so something's not happening. And it gets to that point for me where I'm like, I have to say, bro, you've cheated on your diet somewhere. I had one yesterday. A guy gained like 4 pounds on one day, 2 pounds the next. I was like, he's done his check and oh yeah, 100%. I'm like, okay, so where in the week did you overeat? Oh yeah, on Wednesday, bro, I had a shit ton of food. That was his reply. I'm like, so why isn't that on your check? It was like clearly. I know.
I hate it when they check in and they're like, oh, I ate my meal really late last night.
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah, up.
Yeah, like I'm like, really, like.
I've had guys where I just get them to send me pictures of every single meal they're putting in, like through the day. Yeah, just fucking send me
I've been
everything.
asking this one guy every week for the last 5 weeks to send me. Every week, mate. He's not even replying to me. And he's just running his next check-in. I'm like, look, bro, like, I'm not going to reply to this check-in until you reply to my last check-in. I said, will you send me pictures of all your meals today? Because nothing's changed. It should be changing. Like, obviously, we've added cardio, we've done this, we've done that. I mean, and he weren't on like super low food, and then he just ignores it and checks in the next week.
The thing is, though, it's like easy for them to not show you the meal properly, or like take a picture of it and then blast a load of sauce on it.
Yeah,
that's what I do in my Instagram stories, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying, man. And what happens is you start then getting check-ins from that person, and you don't even want to look at it because you just like, oh, just can't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
That's
got
why I have to call them out now. Like,
you are.
That's why I have to call them out on their bullshit and just be like, look, I'm not stupid.
Just be straight.
Lads, I'm gonna bounce because I got a call at 6, so I'm gonna have to shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot.
We'll call it there anyway.
Putting my tires on my car so we can look outside now.
Sound.
Yeah.
Right. Well, have a good weekend, lads.
Sound.
Cheers for coming on. And we'll get one in a week or so, is it?
Yeah, sweet. Happy days. See you later.
it was a pleasure, boys.
Cheers, boys.